Have you ever wondered if what you're seeing is really what's there? I know that sounds strange, but every time you look around, your brain is tricking you into seeing a reality that's only partially accurate. Let's dig into this. Every time you look at something, your eyes are capturing only a small part of the entire picture. It might feel like you're seeing everything around you, but in reality, your field of vision is surprisingly narrow, and you're only truly focused on a tiny spot at any moment. And here's the kicker. Your brain fills in the gaps. Try this with me. Close one eye and look around the room. You don't see a black hole, do you? But technically, there's a blind spot. Your brain is filling in the blank, using colors, shapes, and patterns from what it sees around that area to guess what should be there. So, in a way, part of what you see right now is an illusion your brain has created. And it goes further than just filling in blank spots. Your eyes make tiny, rapid movements called saccades. These quick jumps help your brain take in little snapshots of a scene and piece them together like a puzzle. But here's what's fascinating. Between these movements, your brain isn't really seeing anything. Instead, it's using memories and assumptions to create a smooth image, like an editor stitching together a continuous video from a series of snapshots. But why does our brain do this? The truth is, it's trying to save energy. Processing every little detail of our environment would be exhausting, so our brains take shortcuts to make it easier. Imagine you're walking down a familiar street. Your brain recognizes patterns, the layout of the sidewalk, the colors of nearby buildings, and fills in what it expects to see, even if you're not really looking closely. It's creating a best-guess version of reality. And it's not just about vision. This autopilot mode applies to how we see people and situations, too. Often, when we meet someone new, our brain fills in details about them based on past experiences or first impressions. This is why we sometimes feel like we know someone after just a brief encounter. Our brain is making assumptions and filtering out details that don't match the story it's already created. It's similar to how we remember things. Think about a past vacation. You probably remember the highlights: a sunny beach, a delicious meal, maybe a special landmark. But the little moments in between? Your brain has filled in those gaps with a general impression. Visual processing works similarly. We only get fragments of what's in front of us, and our brains build a full picture from those fragments. But there's a cost to this autopilot mode. It can make us miss the richness of our surroundings and interactions. How often have you walked or driven somewhere and realized you barely remember the journey? Or listened to someone speak and caught yourself filling in the blanks without really absorbing what they said? When we rely on our brains to fill in the gaps, we miss out on the actual details. Now, imagine if we could break free from this autopilot mode, even just for a moment. What if, every day, you tried to really notice something in your surroundings? The way light reflects off a window, the sound of leaves in the wind, or the small expressions on someone's face. By intentionally observing these details, you might start to see the world in a way that feels more alive, more vibrant. So next time you look around, remember that you're not just seeing, you're constructing. Your brain is working behind the scenes to create the reality you experience. And by paying attention, by really looking, you might just be able to glimpse a fuller, richer version of the world that was always there, waiting for you to notice.